Welcome back, folks. I'm making this video only to send an apology for my last video. The reason being is because I was very badly sick during that Live Alive game review. The only reason I did it is because I was fresh on my mind of finishing the game. But at the moment that I finished it, I got really sick, possibly with COVID. And I didn't want to start any other games until I actually made the review for it because I really enjoyed the game a lot. Thus, at that point, I decided whether should I make the review or should I continue on with other games. But then I'd be losing my chain of thought of what I thought about it. So I decided to make the video itself and go forward. Plus, I put a lot of effort into the clips and the cuts, edits that I've done for it. It's actually probably the biggest cut and edit I've done so far. And I didn't want that to go to waste. So I did that video for that reason. But I want to apologize because my voice was out. My concentration wasn't there. I wasn't explaining fully what I thought about the game itself. So right now I'm gonna do a quick continuation of that review of other parts I didn't talk about that I wanted to talk about. My voice was going and I didn't want to. I couldn't think of what I really wanted to say about certain parts of the game. So that being said, let me just continue on real quick. That the game itself, as you already know, it looks great. I never played the original, so I can't compare to it. I just go with what I've played at that moment for the first time. Starting off first is that every time you start a new scenario, which is a different type of era and time of each character, you start off level 1 and you start off with almost 0 items and just equipment you have on there. You obtain items by the shops itself or just finding them through the world itself or treasure chests, just like normal RPGs. And the same with equipments, and you have normal equipment as far as headpiece, chest piece, feet, a left hand, right hand, mostly there's a shield and a weapon, or some characters actually use, I think, dual weapons. One of them does dual weapons. Anyways, sorry, shorter breath there. The weapons and stuff and the items are not upgradable, but you do actually can keep them and store them for other characters you get in your party. In that scenarios, you can do like other characters that are dual control, but they don't carry over for the final game. You technically gonna have like one character per scenario or era that you carry over, which is your main protagonist for that era. The battle system itself, like you saw, it was a grid based, but it's actually still turn based. But as you level up, which you do level up from fighting monsters and creatures, you get experience points from that to level up automatically, and you learn new spells or techniques. With those spells and techniques, some are actually elemental based: fire, ice, wind, so on and so on, water. And some are just like slash or attack base, just normal blunt or attack base. When you attack an enemy, if they are weak to something, which is great I like about this, is some RPGs do not do this at all. You select that spell and hover over the enemy, and it'll show you if they're vulnerable to it, which is great because sometimes in some games, if a creature's elemental weakness is fire, you just have to figure it out by using fire, ice, or wind, and then it's like, okay, they're weak to fire, then I'll use fire from that point forward. You have to memorize that because you find that creature again in the future, you have to memorize they're weak to fire. But this game actually tells you the words vulnerable right underneath, and it actually shows it in one piece of my clip, which I forgot to mention at that point, and which is great. I love that part because you don't have to keep using the same technique or attack on a creature, and it does very minimal damage to them. Second thing is also when you finish a scenario or era, let's say you finish the prehistoric era, you move on to Indo-Japan or Imperial China or Near Future or Wild West, none of your items and equipment carry over. You start over with a new character, level 1, collecting items and equipment again. But once you do all 7 scenarios, then in the final one, 8th, which is when they combine together, spoiler alert, sorry, but I'm not gonna tell you what happens. All your equipment and items do carry over to that final scenario, which is great. Now there are some equipments you need to play around with it a little bit. There's some equipments that you can actually slot, like a chest piece can actually go into your left hand as a defense equipment. I don't know why it does that, but it just does that. So you have to experiment on, because it gives you different attributes if you do that too. So I will say experiment on who needs what, because character stats are just like normal RPGs: attack, defense, magic defense, agility, speed, so on. But some are very unless you read into it too much or look online. Like you'll have a defense stat and you have a physical defense stat and you have a magical defense stat. So it's like, what's the point of defense if you have physical and magical? So kind of weird. Like, why you have 3 different defense stats for each character? So same with attack. You have like physical attack, magical attack, and you have attack. Weird. I don't know. Maybe just the first one adds into the other ones. But I didn't look too much into it. I just, whichever character does the best attack, I gave them all the attack equipment. Whichever one needs higher defense, I give them more defense if they're a healer, 1 hour magic. So that's what I did. Overall, the game is great. I loved it. I think I give it an 8 score. And I truly believe it does deserve it compared to other games I have. And in case you're still wondering about the scale of ratings, I'll reiterate that again because some people just don't know how I scale stuff and they think I scale stuff too low. And it's because other websites and other reviewers, people who review games, of course, review stuff just by, they say the 0 to 10 scale or 1 to 10 scale or 0.5 scale. They always use the high numbers, which is ridiculous. To me, the word okay means not good, but also not bad. So it's kind of in the middle. And what's the middle between 1 and 10 or 0 and 10? 5. So if a game is okay, it's a 5. Doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's good either. You know, it's got probably 4 good qualities, but also 4 bad qualities. So that's what I numbered number 5. It means okay. Still good to play it. Just, you may not get full fulfillment. You may, some things about you may hate and not like, and that's what the reviews are for, right? Don't base it off the number. Just base it off what you think about the game. And the number just means to me an overall number of what I've experienced in the game. You know, like I scored Smart RPGs lower than most people would, and that's because I believe there's lots about it that's not good about it. And people aesthetically look at it as a Mario game that'd be great, but it's not. If you take off the Mario aesthetics off of it and look at how it is as an RPG, it's not that good of a game. Okay, and it's very difficult in some parts. Without a guide, if you went blindly into it, you would get really frustrated with this game. Especially if you play other RPGs in the same era or even years before, which were much more advanced than Mario RPG itself. Anyways, but I don't want to go tangent with Mario RPG. Just the score is, you know, my scores are 1 to 10. I don't think I ever use 0. And if I use 0, the game has to be broken, unplayable, crashes, freezes, graphics, pop-ups, controls laggy or unattentive. Menus are terrible. Voice acting or no voice acting, and dialogue is unlegible. I'll probably never score a 0. Who knows? I may one day. Who knows? But I don't think I will. Because if I know a game is that bad, I probably won't even play it. And you know, you should go like 5's okay, 4 is bad, 3 is very bad, 2 is terrible, 1 is horrible. Okay, and like a 6 is good, 7 is very good, 8 is great, 8 is great, 9 amazing, and 10 perfection. Now I won't say nothing's perfect, but just like near perfection. But anyways, that's what it's it. So I want to thank y'all for watching. Again, I really hated that my voice was off on the last video, and I'll try my best to make the next video without me being sick, which I can't control, but I will do my best. I am working on another RPG, which mixed reviews on it, but I'm not gonna say anything yet till I'm done with it. And I haven't had time. I've been very busy lately, but I am putting another video up soon, just not related to a game. It's actually another top 10. So, of course, you probably know, looking at my listing, you'll know what top 10 that's gonna be. But you'll see. All right. So, thank you very much for watching, and see you again.